let's start this again. I started this with some copyright music on, so we're gonna, Toph is going in S tier. I don't even need to say any more than like Toph is her. Like she is one of the coolest, best written female characters ever, dare I say. And I think they did her such justice. I think they did her such justice in ATLA, but I low-key don't really like how they wrote her in Legend of Korra, if I do say so myself. I feel like just like her becoming a policewoman was very like out of character. I think a lot of the way that they wrote the original cast in Legend of Korra didn't really feel like true to the original material. But again, I'm not the writers. I wasn't in the writer room, so I can't really speak. But yes. Anyway, Toph. We'll have Toph in S tier. This is Katara and Sokka's father. I'm gonna put him in B because when he was in the show, he was very helpful. And I know he was doing something important by going to fight the war, but he was barely in his kids' lives. That's one thing. I can't remember if they spoke about this in the show or they kind of glossed over it a bit, but that wasn't really in their lives. And I know he was doing something important by fighting in the war. But did they even like talk about like the feats that this is it Southern War tribe that army had? Like what they like actually do? Maybe that's me that needs to go and rewatch the show. But yeah, as far as I know, I'm gonna keep him in B just because like I think especially for Sokka, I think I've just butchered his name, but I think he probably, well, both of them needed that parental figure at least for like a little bit. But from what I can tell, they both had to grow up really early, which I think was quite unfair to them. Appa, come on, yep, S tier. Like he's just so iconic. Even to this day, you see people cosplaying as Appa. You see people with Appa tattoos. Come on, Appa's just so wholesome. Like I think, just such a cutie pie. We love that, you know. And Esther again and we're gonna put him to the top of Esther. I forget that that's how it works. Top of Esther. I mean, it's his show essentially, but at the same time, they did so well writing the other characters that it doesn't just feel like Aang's show. Like we have such a strong connection to the other characters in the show. Sometimes you're watching a show and it's very much like the main character and the side characters. No, this is such a good show at writing multiple characters. But no, Aang is just so well written. Again, another character that I think they did quite dirty in Legend of Korra. Like I know some people disagree with my point of view here, but I think that the Aang that we were introduced to in ATLA is not the same. Like I don't think that Aang would grow up and essentially be neglectful. Is that the right word to his children? Just because they weren't airbenders. I know him being an airbender and finding airbenders was so important to him, and his culture was so important to him. But I just don't think that same Aang from ATLA would kind of not push two kids to the side in favor of the one that was the airbender. I would like to believe that this Aang would equally, love all his kids, but again, people grow up. I also haven't read the comics. I really want to get into the comics this year or next year, so I don't know if this is like canon that he just grew up a little bit, different, but I guess that's for me to figure out. Azula S tier. Come on, I'm gonna put her for now above Toph just because again she is so well written. I think they did an excellent job on Azula, especially towards the end of the show when you see her mental breakdown and you realize I just think literally you go on YouTube, I remember seeing there's a whole, you'll see multiple commentary videos on Azula and her character and how they wrote her character because she is so complex, and I almost wish we had more time with her. And hold on, sorry, I wish we had more time with her character, and got to see her and explore her, psychology even more, because she's so interesting to me. Like I think episodes that come to mind, obviously the final episode where she has a mental breakdown, whatever. Was it the final episode? Just before the her fight with Zuko. The beach episode also, because for the first time you get to see a slightly different aspect to her character, and we get to learn a lot more about it. But anyway, I'm gonna keep her in S tier because I think she's so well done. This is I'm trying to think who it belongs to. Is this King Boomy's bear? I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna put it in D tier just because like I don't really have much to say. I don't know if this is King Boomy's bear or the Earth Queens. I really don't remember. I'm doing such a bad job at this, but I couldn't care less for this bear. I'm so sorry. And this is the next one is the spirit. Is this the spirit panda? I'm gonna put it at the top of D. Is this the spirit panda? I know it had quite an important role in Aang's trajectory and Aang's story, but I don't really remember much else about this panda, I'm gonna be honest. Just for the song, what is it, The Lover's Cave? I don't know what song it is, but the song is so cute. Whenever I hear the song, I get a little bit nostalgic. I'm putting them in C tier. They were fun. They were really fun. The I don't know if is there more of those characters there, no, from that episode, but I'm putting them in C. You know. Okay, now Combustion Man. Um. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm ranking based on. I'm just kind of like, I think for the sake of showing that there's different ways of using bending ability, I'm gonna put him in B tier because then in Legend of Korra they almost do a callback to him with the lady who has the same ability, right? I don't know. I wonder if they were related like distantly or anyway. I think just for them showing that there is different ways of bending and different ways of channeling the bending ability, I'm gonna put him in B tier. Otherwise, we don't know much about this character. Should I put him in C? We'll put him at bottom of B, right? Because, you know. Anyway, this is Commander. Is this Commander Zhao? I guess Commander Zhao kind of has some importance in Zuko's arc a little bit. But if I'm putting Combustion Man or Sparky Boom Man, is that what Sokka calls him? In B tier, I've got to kind of put Commander Zhao ahead because I think he just has more importance to the story than Combustion Man. Avatar, Kyoshi. Well, Kyoshi Island, Kyoshi Warriors. I just wish I knew. People are gonna be mad at me for putting her in A and not S. I'm gonna put her in A for now, top of A, and then we'll have a look when I put more characters in and see if we need to move her about. But for now, I'm very happy to keep her in A tier. She's so iconic. That scene when she goes Avatar State. Was she in the Avatar State? I'm trying to think. When she splits the island, it's so cool. She's just so badass. I might end up moving her, so don't get mad at me yet. I might end up moving her. Okay. Oh, this is the guy who has the bear. This is the guy who has this bear. I'm gonna put him in C. I'm gonna be honest. Do I even put him in C? I really cannot remember anything about him other than isn't he almost the reason? Like, I don't know. I can barely remember anything about him, but I just know that he didn't really have a lot of power. I think, if I'm correct in saying so, the Dai Li and the leader of the Dai Li kind of had more power, was almost in the back of his head, in the back of his ear, and he didn't really have much power. So in other words, he's kind of irrelevant to me. I'm gonna put him at C, bottom of C for now, but we can move him as well. Cabbage Patch Man. Oh, if I put him in S, I'm gonna get clowned. Okay, if I'm gonna put him in A, I'm gonna put Kyoshi in S, Loki. But he's so iconic that he even gets a callback in Legend of Korra. Like, to this day, my cabbages is still so iconic. Do I put him in S then? No, I'm happy to keep him at top of A. I just feel like I can't put him in the same bracket as Aang. He's so iconic, but he's not Aang iconic. He's not Azula iconic. He's not Toph iconic. He's not Appa or Kyoshi iconic. Uncle Iroh S tier, and I'm gonna put him. Hold on. We're gonna move this a little bit. I'm low-key gonna put him, for me personally, there. Uncle Iroh, love him down. I love him down. I love him. I'm happy to put him in S tier, and I'm putting him above Azula. Y'all can't tell me nothing. I think he's so iconic. Ripped to his original voice actor. For Leaves of the Vine alone. Leaves from the Vine? Alone, he deserves to go in S tier. Okay, this was Aang's first Firebender teacher. And I think for the lesson he got from him, I'm gonna put him in B tier. I low-key think I'm gonna put him there because Aang learned a very valuable lesson from, well, I don't know, he had a lot of character building due to this situation, with burning Katara and this, that, and the third. I'm happy to keep him in B. Okay, this is, what's his name? I know his name, but it's gone from my mind. But he was very important for Katara's growth. Oh, and he had that, oh my god, and he got tortured, he got like... I'm gonna put him top of B. I think he was quite important for Katara's arc and her growth. I'm saying this, a lot of these characters were important for other characters' growth and their arcs. Jet, that's his name, right? And doesn't he kind of have a bit of a redemption arc, does he? Or like, do we just end up feeling sorry for him from what he goes through with the Dai Li? I can't remember. But anyway, I'm gonna keep him there. I don't know. Yikes. More important than Sokka and Katara's dad there, though? I don't know. I'm gonna put him there. I don't know. everything may change. I'm just gonna put characters in there for now, but everything may change. She is cool as heck. I'm gonna put her in front of Combustion Man. Behind Commander Zhao though, maybe. She's so cool, and I think they casted her so well for the live action, which I still have not gotten around to fully watching. Because let me tell you something about this live action on Netflix, right? But I think she was so well cast for the live action. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, not gotten around to the live action yet because there was so much hype. As soon as it was announced years ago, I was so excited. I was looking forward to it. And then when it came out, again, so excited, so looking forward to it. I just feel like ATLA is one of those shows where you cannot live up to the hype of the original show. You cannot do it justice. I mean, you can do well, but I don't know if you can do it fully just. Oh, whoa! Seemed like my scene changed. Sorry. Anyway, I don't think you can do it fully justice. And so I couldn't watch it because they changed so much of the story just in the first 2 or 3 episodes where I was like, oh my god, I can't do this. It feels disrespectful to the original material. But okay, anyway, this is Gran. I'm gonna put her above Jet. I'm gonna put her at the top of B actually. Yeah, I am, because she was a real one and she looked after Sokka and Katara. I feel like she was a staple in the village, in the Southern War tribe. Am I putting her there? I don't know. I'll give her the wall, guys. I'm gonna put her top of B. Katara, gotta go there. The gang, part of the original gang, she's gotta go there. She's such Katara. I feel like I've been so up and down with her over the years. I think it took me every time I watch, I have a slightly different opinion of Katara. And do you know what? I think growing up, I used to be like, how did she learn waterbending so quick? But it wasn't really that quick, actually, in actuality. It took, because I feel like we get snapshots of the show compared to the actual timeline of when things happened. And maybe she's just a quick learner. I think she always had that passion to learn. And maybe going to the Northern Water Tribe just gave her the resources to be able to learn. And she was passionate and she was talented. She had a natural gift for it. And I think she just needed the vessel to be able to develop her waterbending skills. But I think when I was young, I was very much like, how did she learn how to become so good so quickly? But anyway, I love her. I love her fighting style. I love her IQ. And yeah, I just wish, again, in Legend of Korra, they did a bit more with her. I think they did. I wish they did a bit more with the original gang in general. And then we have next. Anyway, we're moving on. Next, we have Princess Yue. I'm gonna put her in A tier because I loved her. She was such a cutie pie. Anyway, she became the moon. I love Princess Yue. One day we're gonna react to ATLA scenes, and that's a one day in the future. But I love Princess Yue. She's such a cutie. We got Kimbumi next. He's funny. He's going in A tier. Bottom of A tier. He's just such a cool character. I think he's just so funny. Very good comedic relief, and also such a very, very talented bender. Actually, did he have more? Yeah, I'm gonna put him above Yue, but I think he's A tier. I definitely think he's such a cool character. We got the leader of the Dai Li. I think for his importance to the story, low-key, do we put him top of B? He was mad important to the story. I think I'm gonna put him at top of B because he has a lot of importance to how things turned out. Like the Ba Sing Se storyline. Is he from Ba Sing Se? I'm pretty sure they are. Anyway, May. I'm gonna put her top of A. I think she's so cool. And I think, again, I loved how they had non-benders in the show that that could hold their own against benders. I think that was so cool that they included that because, yeah, her and Ty Lee, and Sokka for that matter, were holding their own against benders. And I think that's so cool that they included that. And yeah. Also, I love that they didn't make her, that they let her... How would you describe May? Not deadpan. Yeah, deadpan. I like that. It was fun. They had fun with writing her. Okay, who's this? Oh, the inventor guy. I'm gonna put him above Jet, behind Sokka's dad. Because he made some really cool inventions, but he did work for the Fire Nation. Was that unknowingly though? But then he did help fight against them. So I'm gonna put him right here in B tier. Momo. Well, it's only right to put him behind Appa. Just cute, just fun comedic relief, and I love how you can write comedy into characters that cannot speak and into animals. Bro, they did such a good job with ATLA. We still have a bunch of characters to go. I'm gonna speed run through them. I think Monk Gyatso, A tier. The way that he hold on guys, hold on. I'm gonna find the photo of Monk Gyatso. He was a dog. What are we talking about? Look at all the soldiers that he took down before he died himself. And people say that airbending isn't... Bro, come on. What are we talking about now? Anyway, who is this? I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, I do not know who this character is, so it's going straight in A. I do not know who that character is. Philod Ozai. Right, okay. Ooh. My bad, y'all. Fire Lord Ozai. I think we very much. I think it was probably intentional that we learned more about Fire Lord Ozai through other characters than from seeing him himself. But I also do think by doing that, we didn't really. I don't know if we learned as much of this big tyrant, Fire Lord, than we need. Like, I wish we knew more about him. And for that reason, I'm gonna put him behind May, but in A tier, because obviously he's like central to the plot. Like, he's important to the storyline. He has such importance in Zuko's arc and Zuko finding, his honor, and learning to, accept himself and not live for other people and live for himself and make his own decisions and become his own person. But then also with Azula, and Azula chasing her father's approval, but never, even though she was the most talented child, she was never fully seen and fully appreciated for her abilities, I want to say. Okay, and then this is the waterbending master. I'm gonna put him at top of B because obviously, imagine I put him next to Gran Gran. That'd be so cute. Top of B. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to reevaluate B tier. This is the sword master, right? Like, it was Sokke's sword. I actually really liked him. I'm gonna put him. I really like this guy. I'm gonna put him B. Maybe ahead of, behind Commander Zhao. Avatar Roku. Again, I'm just gonna put him in A tier. I'm just gonna put him in A tier. I don't really have much to say about Avatar Roku. And that's that, really. Sokka, he's going in A tier. He's going. I'm gonna have to move A tier around a bit. I'm gonna put him behind Toph. From my personal opinion, Loki, I might move them around because Toph was like her to me. Like, I prefer, like, Toph is up there for me in terms of character. And if you want me to be completely honest, I might switch them around. But I think just from who I personally like. But Katara's a very important character. No, okay. Katara's very important. Them two are interchangeable. Like, they could be either way for me and it wouldn't matter because they're just S tier. Suki is coming here. I love Suki. Well, it's only right them two are next to each other. I love Suki. I think she's such a great character and I love the Kyoshi Warriors. Yes, and then Ro, we'll put him in B tier. I think, obviously his father's there. I'm just gonna put him in B tier. Ty Lee, I'm gonna put above May. Sorry, not sorry. I really love her. She's so fun. She's so iconic, and I've definitely watched compilations of her fighting people multiple times. I just think she's so cool. Zuko, going behind Anne. I'm not gonna lie to you. Zuko. Again, one that when I first watched ATLA when I was a child, I didn't really fully grasp the importance of his character. Like, obviously I knew he was important, but I didn't fully grasp just how important he was. And I get it. Since becoming older, yeah, he is, if not, he has one of the best character arcs, character redemptions that I've ever seen in media, ever. Like, he is just so well-rounded and well-written as a character, and I just, his dynamic with Uncle Iroh, him coming to teach Aang in the end, chef's kiss. Like, yes, he deserves to be right up there. Who is this? I'm not sure who it is, so they're going in the top of C. I think I probably know who they are if I saw like a clip, but I know they're important in the Fire Nation, clearly. But I don't know. And then who's this? The pirate people. Okay, again, I'm gonna put them in top of D. I think they were part of a kind of not a filler episode, but I just can't remember the storyline a lot. I think it was an episode where Aang and Sokka stole something, right? Am I right? No, I don't know. All I know is I'm gonna put them in D because, yeah, bro, the animals, you were going in E, bro. I don't know. Loki having, I don't know who this is though. If I knew who they were, I might put them higher. This was the earthbending guy who was in prison and Katara met, right? I'm gonna put them in B tier. I liked him. He was a nice guy, was he not? I think yeah. Is this the face stealer? B. I'm gonna just put them in B. Because didn't he steal the face of this avatar's lover? And this avatar, do we put them in A tier? I've kind of been putting all the avatars in like A or B tier. I just wish we knew more about them. He looks cool as hell though, surfing, so I'm gonna put him at the bottom of A. I kind of just put him there for the sake of it. Oh my goodness, we have a few more characters to go, so I'm gonna speedrun. I do not remember this character. I'm gonna put them at top of C, D. This is this one of Jet's people? I'm gonna put them in B because I think the rest of Jet's team were actually like solid. Like, again, one of Jet's people going in B. I actually thought he was fun. I'm gonna put him ahead of him because he was fun. I liked him. Who is this? That's Toph's mum, bro. For how they treated Toph, you're going top of D. Hammer. Now I'm gonna put her in top near the here because I think she has a lot of importance to. Hold on. Full of coughs today. I think she low-key had a lot of importance in Katara. She taught how to bloodbend, and she is the first bloodbender, so she has a lot of, you know, she has a lot of she's her, low-key. Not good her, but she's her. Okay, and then I'm gonna put them two next to each other because that only feels right. This is one of the people from the tournament Toph was in. Just gonna put them in bottom of D. Again, the boulder. No, was Toph the boulder? I'm gonna put them there. I'm gonna put you there. Ooh, these are the jungle waterbenders. I'm gonna put them there. I'm not sure who this is. I'm gonna put them at the top of D tier. Actually, should I put them in E? I don't know, but they look important. Is that a member of the White Lotus? Oh, I don't know their name, but I know they know everything. The Knowledge Keeper. I think they're quite important, so I'm gonna put. I'm gonna put them behind Hammer. Ooh, S tier, because she's got such cool feats. I need to read more about her, but I know that once I think they stole her bison, and bro. You thought Aang was bad? I think she was low-key worse. This is one of the sand benders, right? I think for Aang's arc and his crash out, I'm gonna put them in the middle of. I'm gonna put them above Bush and Man, right? Who is that? The koi fish. I've got to put them with Yue, the moon, the spirits. The moon spirits. I don't know what you meant to like rate a moon spirit, right? Like, we'll put them with Yue. Oh, is this who is that? Is that the girl Zuko liked for like a second? Or is that one of the girls from Kyoshi Island when Aang was there? I think that might be the one with Zuko. She was cute. I'm gonna put her in B tier. Like the middle of B tier. There we go. The lion turtle. The lion turtle literally gave Aang plot armor. Not gave Aang plot armor, but towards the end was really important. So the lion turtle I'm gonna put middle of B tier. Above Commander Zhao, I think. This is someone from Ba Sing Se, right? I just don't know who it is. I'm gonna put them in C tier. I can't remember them too. Oh no, is that the person? Oh, that was Legend of Korra. I'm thinking of the person that not Amon, but the guy who gains airbending in Legend of Korra, who takes the oxygen out of. But what are these tests on the side of the screen? Like, what's going on? I'm so sorry. What is going on? Okay, anyway, I'm gonna put him in C. Is this who is this? Is this Zuko's grandfather? I don't know who this is. I'm just gonna put them top of C. I don't know. Some of these characters I just don't know. I don't think they had any importance, real importance. I'm gonna put you in E actually. Like the ones I put in E are just low-key characters that didn't have much importance, in my opinion. This was Boomy's animal actually, so I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna switch that up. This is who is that? Who is this? Is this not? I'm not sure who this is. I know who it is, but I don't like at the same time. You're going in the C tier list. I feel like C and lower is either I don't know who you are or you didn't have that much importance to the story. He was kind of funny. I think, from memory. Again, I don't think you had real importance to the story. I don't think you had real importance to the story. Unless I'm remembering incorrectly. Oh, the dragons. Oh, this is Roku's dragon. I'm gonna put him with Roku then. The dragon's cool as heck. Who are these? Are these the first firebenders? Not the first firebenders, but the original ones? No, the dragons are. But I'm gonna put them in A, low-key. Because they were the reason that Aang learned firebending. Part of the reason, anyway. I'm gonna put you with the other sandbenders. No, these are the sandbenders, so who is he? I don't know. Oh, there is no war in Ba Sing Se. You have to go in the middle of B tier, because you are so iconic. There's literally a Twitter account inspired by this lady. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. She gets referenced to this day. Okay, who's this? Oh, this is Sokka and Katara's mum. Is she called Kaya? Oh, am I tripping? Well, she's gonna go above their dad, but below Gran Gran. Okay, this is one of the people that had a crush on Ang, right? Did Katara get jealous of her? I don't know. B. Are we? We're gonna put her at top of C. She was fun, if I remember correctly. This is... Who is this? Oh, is this the girl? This is the girl from the Fire Nation school when Ang goes undercover. Who likes... Does he like Ang? She's got a boyfriend and they end up fighting over her. We're gonna just put her in the middle of C somewhere, low-key. It's bugging me that I know who this is. He's a prison... Was he in prison? Is this the guy that killed their mother? When he was younger? If that's the case, bro, you can go in D tier. You can go in all the way in F. If this is him, who I'm thinking of, he can go in F. The fire... These are A tier characters. And let's low-key put the dragons together. They were so cool. That scene where they both, like, Aang and Zuko are, both, doing the whole dance is so cool. I don't know what this was, but yes, okay. Oh, this was so cool. Is this when Katara had to save them? Or is it something else? Or was this when Aang has to... I don't know. I'm gonna put it in C. It was a cool scene. It was a cool scene. Okay, whose baby is this? This was a Fire Nation baby. Bro, whose baby is this? I don't know. Like, what? I'm so sorry to the baby. Zuko and Azula's mother. A tier. We don't really know much about her, but she seems quite iconic. We're just gonna put her in the middle of A tier. B tier. Am I remembering incorrectly, or did Zuko manage to find her in the comics? I don't know. But just for, like... She's barely in the story. We barely know much about her. But already, Zuko, she's so important to Zuko. She's so important to Azula's character arc, and I feel like things would have been different had she still been alive. Wait, why was she? Oh, I don't know. But she's barely there, but she's an important character. I don't know who this is. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea. You're going in E. I don't know who this is. You're going in D because he seems relevant in some way. I don't know. I'm so sorry, guys. If I'm forgetting important characters I've put down here, I do apologize. Who are these? I don't know who. Like, I actually can't see who this is. Hold on. I can't see who this is, but I don't know. We're gonna put them in D, the end of D. I don't know who this is, but anyway, I haven't put anyone in F tier. Hold on. But I'm starting to look at some of the animals thinking, should I put them in F tier? But I feel like almost every character had their importance in some way, shape, or form. But anyway, guys, this is what the finished tier list looks like. B tier, obviously, I'm a little bit like... I'm going to put them in no particular order, I'm going to say for that one. This one also, because I've put the Cabbage Man quite high up. But that's because he's so iconic. Like, people still be saying, my cabbages, to this day. I think C, anything C and below is either I did not know them, I recognize them, and they're not that important, or I can't really remember what their stories were, and I just didn't know where to put them. So low-key disregard anything from C and below. But this is it. This is it. This is it. So let me know what thoughts you have in the comments. Am I wrong about anyone? Would you move anyone else anywhere else? But for now, this is what it looks like. This is it. This is the final tier list. But yeah, that was really fun. Okay, we're gonna pause the music and come off with this. This was fun.